For those who are saying that I'm only showing Taehyung's life and they are not interested, only want to see the story of Jungkook and Wan, that's not how it works. Hana may be not the main character, but Taehyung is. He is the villain and connected scenes is essential for building this story. Jungkook and Wan are worlds apart. She is a princess and Jungkook is a soldier. To create their story, I need to show what's important. And for those who are still not convinced, I am revealing that Jungkook will meet Wan after 2 episodes. How, why, when, and where. All of this will be revealed as you read the story.
After Taehyung leaves his chamber, Hannah rests uneasily on his bed, her mind racing with thoughts of the letter she had found. Despite Taehyung's order for no one to enter, the queen, Taehyung's mother, strides into the room with an air of authority that no one dares challenge. The queen's eyes narrow in disdain as she sees Hannah, a mere maid, lying on her son's bed. Her face hardens with contempt. She signals to one of her slaves, who quickly steps forward to pull Hannah off the bed. The queen's cold eyes fix on Hannah as she strides forward, her regal presence overwhelming. Without warning, she grabs Hannah's hair, pulling her head back. Hannah looks up at him with teary eyes, unable to speak. Noticing her distress, Taehyung's gaze shifts to his mother, instantly understanding the situation. He knows how much she despises Hannah, fearing the possibility of her grandchildren having mixed blood. He sighs and bows to his mother. The queen begins speaking, but Hannah tries to slip away. Taehyung grabs her hand, stopping her. Hannah remained silent, which King Taehyung interpreted as her agreement. He began to kiss her neck with passion, his hands traveling down to her at $. Taehyung's passion grew and he harshly pushed her onto the bed. His eyes filled with desire as he hovered above her. A month later, the message from King Taehyung finally reaches Bharat. Its contents are like a slap in the face to Raja Rajinder and his court. The broken promise, the dishonor, and the rejection of the alliance they had waited 13 years for. Hurt, disappointment, and anger swirl in the palace. But amid this turmoil, Raja Rajinder knows they must think of Princess Yn's future. Yn's heart begins to race, anticipation and anxiety flooding her senses. But as she looks around the room, she notices the somber expressions and wonders why no one seems happy. Confused, she looks at her brother, seeking answers in his eyes. Heart shatters further at his final verdict. She feels the weight of her father's decision crushing her spirit. Unable to argue further, she nods silently, her tears falling freely as she bows and leaves the chamber. The corridors blur around her as she walks, her mind and heart unable to reconcile the swift turn of events. Yn flees the chamber, her feet carrying her swiftly through the palace halls. Her heart pounds in her chest, a mix of heartbreak and panic driving her forward. She needs to find a place to be alone, to process the crushing weight of her father's decision. As she rounds a corner, she nearly collides with Meera, Arjun's wife. Meera reaches out to steady her, concern etched on her face. But Yn is beyond words. She shakes her head, tears streaming down her face, and brushes past Meera, running faster. The halls blur around her, her vision clouded by tears. She finally bursts out into the garden, her sanctuary, where she collapses onto a bench, her sobs racking her body. Her heart aches with the betrayal, the broken promise, and the sudden thrust into a new alliance she cannot bear to think about. The weight of her father's decision, the finality of his words, crushes her spirit. She cries hard, the pain and sorrow overwhelming her, as she tries to come to terms with her shattered dreams. Yn's sobs echo through the tranquil garden as she seeks solace amidst the flowers and trees. Her heart feels heavy with betrayal and disappointment. Suddenly, she feels a gentle hand on her shoulder. She looks up, her teary eyes meeting those of her brother Arjun. INS words echo in Arjun's mind as she runs away, leaving him with a heavy heart. With a deep sigh, he feels anger boiling up inside him, directed towards King Taehyung. Determined to take action, Arjun strides to his chamber and summons the messenger. The messenger quickly prepares to write as Arjun dictates the letter. If you do not fulfill your promise, we will consider it inactive betrayal and take necessary action against your kingdom. Prepare for the consequences.